Hey, this is Kevin from GranolaDuckGaming. As you probably know from the title, this episode is about E3 predictions. I meant to upload this a week ago, but some things got in the way, so some of the things we say will probably be a little bit outdated. Sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to episode 1 of the Granola Duck Podcast. Enjoy the show.
Yep. Okay, so this is the Granola Podcast, and today we're going to talk. We're going to. Okay, let's restart, please.
Okay.
This is terrible.
Hello and welcome to the Granola Duck Podcast. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tyler,
I'm Dion.
and today, guys, we're going to talk about a few things, including maybe some Star Wars, whatever, Boy Scouts, chicken. But the real meat, the chicken maybe, of this podcast is E3. And I have a whole list of E3 predictions, and I'm going to talk about them. And me, Kevin, Dion, and I are all going to discuss them and react to what we think is going to happen and what we think is definitely not going to happen. So, guys, you want to jump right into it?
Yeah, let's go right into it.
All right. So first up, I have everyone's favorite company, EA. So my first thing I put down is Go Madden.
I mean, of course.
Classic.
You gotta have Madden.
Go Madden. And then after that, I have racing games. Everyone's favorite game of all time,
Yeah.
Forza.
Yeah, just like
I think that's
just like
Microsoft
Madden.
actually, but Need for Speed. There we go.
Oh, you think there's gonna be a new Need for Speed?
I don't know, dude.
I
I
mean,
just
these
know
are-
there's
these
going to
are
be
predictions.
there's some kind of racing game.
I mean, there's
I know
always
there's-
a racing game, but
I think they make The Crew. I know they're making like a
I
Crew
don't, I don't
too.
think it's gonna be another Need for Speed.
There could be.
I
Who
don't think
knows?
so. I'm calling that a no.
I mean, maybe not this year. I don't know. Now, Battlefront 2 DLC. They gotta announce something new for that.
Have they not made any DLC for it?
They have, I think, but they're gonna announce something that's going to try to get people to move back to.
I don't know. I feel like EA's kind of been like putting out disposable games lately. Like I haven't.
It
really
does feel
seen
like
them,
that, doesn't it?
They haven't really been like keeping their things going long term. It's just like new thing
That's-
every year. Forget the old thing.
That's like the best way to describe a disposable game because Battlefront 2, when they announced it last year at E3, we all thought, okay, they're moving in the right direction. All the DLC is free and all that stuff, but they're gonna find a way to mess this up somehow.
Yeah, and I think
That's
no
exactly what
long-term
we said.
support is.
And what was it, like a month before release? They were like, "Oh, by the way, game is pay to win, and it's full of microtransactions. You have to play 4,000 hours almost to unlock Darth Vader and Yoda without microtransactions."
Yeah.
And
So they found a way to fuck it up.
yeah, but Kevin, I truly think that they are going to do something new, a new update or something, try to get some of that player base back and new people to play it because there's no way they're just going to scrap that game.
Do you think maybe we're going to see the Pride and Accomplishment DLC?
Can you elaborate on that, friend? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
The Pride. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Sure. With DA? No.
Yeah.
Dumbass. No.
Douche ass.
No.
Joke ass.
With EA, no. I think they're going to do something that they think is in touch with what we want, and is far from it.
Yeah.
But who knows? They could be doing something right. Chances are, with them sticking with microtransactions, and we have faith in microtransactions, probably not.
Yeah.
Now next, which I know is happening, is a new Battlefield game.
Oh yeah,
Whether it
because they're
is-
gonna be doing like a World War II probably.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I'd like to see like a Vietnam, I guess.
Play
mean,
Black Ops
That
1.
would be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, that's already old.
Yeah, but that's pretty good.
Black
though,
Ops 1 remastered. Let's go.
Dude,
Activision, where you
if
at?
they released all the Treyarch games remastered, I'd be so down for that. Like Black Ops 1 and 2 remastered and World at War. Son.
Are we forgetting what an injustice it is that the Modern Warfare 2 remaster will not be the multiplayer?
Well, actually, Kevin, we're going to get to that a little bit later.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
That's Activision stuff. That's for Sony. And then after that, my last thing for EA, which I'm sure is going to be more stuff for EA because they announced that indie partnership last year at EA.
Mm-hmm.
So there's bound to be some indie games that are going to be announced
Yeah,
there, which is good. That's really good for them to do that. But anyway, my last thing is Anthem.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Anthem.
Yeah, a lot of people did because they mentioned it at E3 and have not talked about it since. And if they would have, all their fuck ups would have covered it up anyway. So whatever. So Anthem is something that I am keeping an eye on because from what I gather, it's like Destiny mixed with Mass Effect and the Division and whatever. Doesn't look like my kind of game personally, but it's something that I want to keep an eye out on, if that makes sense. Like I want to know what's going on.
I'm not sure the timeline on the timeline on this, like, if this like matches up, but Anthem kind of looked to me as if like they wanted to take what they had done with was this the same company that did Destiny?
Bungie, yeah.
It kind of seemed like they wanted to take everything they already worked on and then jump in on the Horizon Zero Dawn bandwagon.
Oh well, EA didn't do.
No, I know that. They just wanted to, like, after like the success of Horizon. I'm pretty sure this was after the success of Horizon, wasn't it? That they announced.
Yeah. Well, I mean they've already been developing it way before Horizon came out, but I know what you mean.
Like it looks too similar aesthetically.
It does look similar aesthetically.
Really
and
do.
If I remember correctly, it's kind of in like the same time frame as well. Like I don't know whether if it's like post-apocalyptic rather, or if they're just traveling worlds.
Who knows?
What if it's but you don't know about it?
If that was like a Mass Effect spinoff, I think that would ruin the game. Like this has to be like a new IP, in my opinion.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
But yeah, Anthem is one that I really want to keep an eye on. Like I said, I was not impressed last year with the little fake gameplay demo that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Was not impressed at all. I believe I told you how unimpressed I was during the conference, Kevin. But you know, I'm not counting it out yet.
Yeah. I hear you.
But it does not help that it's made by my least favorite company in the gaming industry. Consistently for years, my least favorite company in the gaming industry, with good reason.
I think the like only competition for EA is Ubisoft.
Yeah, but dude, they killed it last year. At EA, E3.
And Far Cry 5 killed it. In my opinion.
Far Cry 5, dude, yeah, and it was a good ass game except for the ending.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I digress. Speaking of Ubisoft, Kevin, they're my next company.
Oh, nice.
Very good segue.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Right.
My first game, Beyond Good and Evil 2. They announced it.
Oh, they did.
Last year. Yes, they announced it last year with like a little trailer that said that we have begun making this game in the past like 2 months, which I don't know how 2 months, I don't know. I think they said that we have just started making this game. Now I think they're gonna have maybe some gameplay, or maybe just a just story trailer. I'm not expecting a release date, or this game to be released anytime soon.
I think this is one of those games that they know a lot of people want to see it, but they're not going to devote a lot of resources.
I'm expecting this game to be the next Last Guardian. It's what I'm expecting it to be.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it. I can see it.
Yeah. But that being said, I'm really hyped for it. I'm excited to see what they have, if they even have anything. This one's kind of a stretch because it was just announced last year. But yeah. So of course next a Ubisoft tradition. You can't have a Ubisoft conference without Just Dance.
Oh,
Classic.
I am so
Probably like a cringe concert going on when they're announcing it.
That'll be fun to see at least.
Oh yeah, very fun. It'll be
like hopefully Ubisoft's Just Dance can rival that sick Peggle 2 announcement from a few years back.
Peggle's actually fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that dude was way too hyped for that game. Let's be honest.
Now that dude, he's on some other shit.
Dude, he's
Still
a
a
freaking
fun-ass
Hook me
legend.
up with some of that Peggle 2.
Dude, no, but the thing is though, like we would never be talking about Peggle 2 right now if it weren't for that guy.
Yeah, true though. Yeah, good advertising.
That is 100%.
So yeah, so good on him. He's a freaking legend. But the next game I have, not a game. This is DLC. I think maybe this is a slight chance we're going to see some either new South Park DLC or some kind of add-on, or maybe announcement for the Stick of Truth for the Switch, because the Fractured Butthole just came out on the Switch.
Wait, so Stick of Truth
2 weeks
never
ago.
came out? Okay, so
No, it was
straight to the
rumored to
sequel?
come out, but it never came out. So they might release it as like, oh, if you bought the Fractured Butthole on the Switch, you can get it for free.
I don't think they would give
They've
it for free.
no, they've been doing that. Like
Have they?
if you pre-ordered the Fractured Butthole at all, you got it for free.
What?
The Stick of Truth for free.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I gave Dion my copy of it because I already had it
Yeah,
on
you
Steam.
did.
So that would be really cool. I know neither of you really into the South Park that much, but it's one of my favorite shows.
Parks.
It's one of my favorite. I just
Is it
don't
really?
watch it all the time.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, South Park DLC. Maybe this one's. I'm not sure. They've had South Park announcements pretty consistently for the past couple years, but that was also before the Fractured Butthole came out. So, not sure about that. Now, the next one is one that I think is very likely. Now, last year they announced Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I think it's what it's called.
Yeah, and that actually did pretty well.
It did very well.
Everybody I've
so,
talked to that's played that game said it was great.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I really liked it. So I think that not necessarily they're announcing a new game, but I think they might have Miyamoto on stage or something and say, or Reggie, and say, hey, we are making a partnership with Nintendo and Ubisoft to make more kind of games like this. Not canon, official, whatever.
Honestly, I wouldn't
Nintendo
be surprised
games.
if they yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to make this claim because I haven't played that game yet and I don't know anything about the gameplay of it. But considering its success and also Ubisoft's tendencies, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they announce like some expansion content or DLC for it.
Well, they've already had DLC for it.
They have? Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't really count that in, because it seems unlikely. But I do think they might announce like a partnership for like 2 or 3 games to come out in the next 4 years on the Switch, Nintendo exclusives, whether it be games that does not involve Nintendo IPs at all, or games that are like crossovers between Ubisoft or whatever. I don't know what else Ubisoft could provide besides Rayman that would fit into Nintendo's, shtick. But we'll see. I'm really excited for that because, like I said, I was very skeptical about Mario and Rabbids until I played it, and I was like, wow, they you can tell that they put love into this game.
Because let's be honest, for quite a while back in the late 2000s, I would say, maybe early 10s, Rabbids were like the minions of the gaming world.
100%. I mean, they still are. Like, the minions are 100% based on the Rabbids.
Yeah.
Like, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to make them bearable in a game, and Kind of funny actually. Like they had some actual funny moments.
Mm.
Whereas when I played the other Rabbit games, I was not amused at all, and that was when I was a child. So, um, yeah, very excited for this prospect. If it even happens, it might not even happen. Probably won't, but this is still a really fun prediction that I think would be a good step for both companies. For Nintendo to branch out and start being trusting of other companies is, I think, very beneficial to them.
Because I think
Um,
their isolation has been one of
yeah,
their biggest weaknesses.
yeah, I agree. And good for Ubisoft because it's Nintendo. It's basically guaranteed that their game is going to sell like hotcakes
Yeah.
if they put Nintendo characters in it. But I digress. To the next game, I think that it's going to be a massive For Honor update.
Really?
An update
Overhaul,
now.
dog.
Yeah, from what I've heard, they have fixed the game, and it's really fun now, but there's no player base. So what I'm thinking is that they do like a free update, a free content update, whatever.
Go for that Hail Mary to get the player base back.
Yeah, and advertise this on E3 with thousands of people watching, hundreds of thousands of people watching, and say, hey, this game, we know it had its problems at launch. We fixed it. There's new content for free. If you bought the game, if you buy it right now, this is all free. It will forever be free. Come play the game and see for yourself. If you already bought it, just download the update. It's 10 gigabytes, whatever. They're not going to say that at the conference, but just download the update and play it and tell people that, hey, buy this game. It's $14 right now. Just try to save this game, because they need to. Because, like, from what I've heard, the game's really good. It was really good at launch, but it was just broken with connectivity problems, server problems, whatever. So for this to be fixed, I think that would be really good for Ubisoft to do. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I would
great.
Yeah.
As far as like, do I think
it.
it's like likely that they'll do it? I personally don't think so. I think as a company they don't tend to. That would be a very hard decision for them to make. I think.
Yeah.
I can see it working. I just don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would have said that. I would have said that 2 years ago, but they've really been like the fact that they're not making Assassin's Creed every year now.
Yeah,
like the fact that
very
they're
true.
doing more consumer friendly things is leading me to believe that something is going to happen here. So anyway, my next game is going to be some kind of Tom Clancy game.
Really?
I mean, okay, look at it. Rainbow Six came out in 2015. The Division came out in 2016, and Wildlands came out in 2017.
Oh yeah, I
What
suppose
about
I never really thought about
what
that.
you call it though? What about? Did you say Rainbow Six?
Yeah, I said Rainbow Six came out in 2015.
Gotcha.
Then the other one, and then Wildlands. So there's this. I would be shocked if there's not something planned for this year. I'm not saying 100%, but
it definitely won't be another Rainbow Six because
No.
they're still riding that wave.
yeah, very much so.
Won't be a Ghost Recon.
I
would think
No,
the
'cause-
Division 2 maybe.
I don't know because the Division didn't do that well to begin with.
It didn't do well, but they really
It
believed
could've.
in it.
It could have done well, that's for sure.
And I think that with the Division 2, I think that they could really address some of the issues that caused the first one to not do as well as they had hoped.
Yeah, but also once again, from what I've heard, I think I could be mixing up games, but I think this one was also fixed after launch, but I could be very, very wrong about that. I know for a fact For Honor was, but this game I'm not too sure. Don't take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I would. It's hard for me to sit here and think, okay, the past 5 years they have announced something to do with Tom Clancy that they wouldn't this year.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But next company, or Dion, do you have anything to add for Ubisoft? You know, any?
Nah,
All
I
right.
don't know what they would come out with, honestly.
Yeah,
You already got your Far Cry.
yeah. Far Cry. I don't think they're going to have anything to do. Well, no
They
DLC.
might
Far Cry
announce a
DLC.
DLC. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were 100% going to announce it to Far Cry DLC. Don't know how I left that out. Probably because I just beat that game recently and it's kind of not in my mind right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 5 DLC 100% is going to be at E3, whether playable at the booths or on the floor or whatever. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that, Dion. Far Cry 5 100%.
Sure thing.
So, is
what
this
I'm
the?
worried
Oh, yes.
what I'm worried about with Far Cry 5 DLC is that if the actual ending for the story mode is behind a paywall. Because,
Very
spoiler
well might be.
alert,
It's bad.
that ending sucks ass. I'm not going to say it because I don't think Kevin's beaten it
I
yet
have
because I know what
not,
happens.
Hold on. You said that the DLC might be behind a paywall.
Yeah, no, the ending to the actual story is behind a
Oh, okay.
paywall. As in, like, the true ending is in the DLC. It's really sucky, but I would not be surprised because this is kind of something that people do now. Game companies do is, I can't provide you with example, so don't ask me. But it's just the thing that I've heard.
That would suck, but just getting a better ending at all. That'd be
Yeah, see, I'm really conflicted about it because that's really bad business practice. But man, I want a brand new ending for that game because Kevin doesn't even know the half of it. Dude.
I
It's so
do not know
bad.
the half of it, and I'm excited to get to it.
All 3 endings of the game are so ass.
Now, how hard
It's
is
gonna
it
be a
if
fun
I
run
get one
getting to
ending?
it,
How
too.
hard is it to go back and get a different ending?
I don't think you can.
Really?
I think you can maybe have like a save slot, but I didn't think about it, so I can't go back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
I just looked it up on YouTube because really it's a waste of time to
yeah,
do it
Yeah.
yourself. I don't think it's an achievement for it. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. There's gotta be an achievement for it.
yeah.
I don't remember getting any achievements in that game, but that might
Yeah.
have just been-
You do. It's just Steam's kind of weird sometimes.
So,
But yeah, Kevin, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, does that wrap it up for Ubisoft?
Yeah. That wraps it up for Ubisoft. I think overall they could have a really good conference or a really
a
bad
terrible,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, EA, their conferences, I'm already looking down upon it because there's not much they can do to bring me back. Last year's conference I thought was really good, and then in between E3s, they just bent me over and had their way with me, and I'm not happy about it.
Did they give
So now, speaking of really bad conferences, next
That's
up
it,
is
ladies and gentlemen.
Bethesda.
Yeah, I was really hoping that you were going to say that. Bethesda Land 2. That's my prediction.
Oh,
I
I
think-
highly doubt that.
I can see Skyrim VR for the Nintendo Switch.
No, dude, they're gonna have Skyrim for the Apple Watch.
I was about to say Skyrim for the NES.
That okay,
Or
okay,
no,
but like
no.
you
Hold on,
joke
let-
about that, but I
let
would
me-
be more apt to play that game for the NES if it was like a text game adventure.
Let
I
me
would for an
make it a
actual
little bit
console.
more relevant though. Skyrim for the SNES Classic. I think that would be at least a little bit more reasonable.
Reasonable.
Ooh.
Oh jeez.
Ooh.
So let's get into it. I got a new IP.
Really? New IP from Bethesda.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot for Bethesda now.
Now, it could be, but let's think about what they've really released the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special besides, really, in my opinion, Doom.
Yeah.
And Wolfenstein 2 was pretty good. But those aren't new. Those are
Yeah,
all old
they have
games,
not
old
made
franchises.
When's the last time Bethesda's made a new
I think they made
IP?
Prey. That was new.
Was that Bethesda?
Yeah, I know they published it. I don't know if they made it.
I'm looking that up real quick. No, it was.
Please do.
It was developed by Arcane, and that's the same people who
Oh,
developed Dishonored.
okay. I thought it was something like that.
Yeah, which
So
I would not be surprised to see a little bit more of Dishonored because not only did
I would.
two did really well, and then they came out with that
Did it though?
standalone. Or I mean, it did reasonably well. Like,
Did it do well in sales though?
I don't know how well it did in sales, but it was like very like well received. But
Yeah, that makes.
now when that standalone DLC came out last year, Death of the Outsider, I heard so much about that. Like it really got
Good
a lot
things?
of press. Very good things. I honestly,
Okay.
some people were saying that was one of the best, even though it was like just a standalone expansion. Some people were saying it was one of the best things Bethesda's released in a long time.
Wow, I'm not surprised because honestly, I mean,
Dishonored was
they have
really
not been
good.
doing anything for me recently.
Yeah, but so I would not be surprised to see more from Dishonored, but I'm not necessarily like locking in that I'm 100% sure it will happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree with that just because Dishonored is a very, in my opinion, niche game, if that makes sense.
Mm.
You and Dylan love it. I'd never hear a lot about it through anything.
It definitely it's a game for people who really liked how games used to be.
Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, but I trust your judgment.
Well, I've a lot of people like to lump in Dishonored with old school PC games like Deus Ex and Thief and stuff like that.
Yeah, I see it. I see it now.
So so for people who back in the day really loved those games, Dishonored is, and yeah, that is kind of a niche thing, but that's really a broader market than a lot of people think. But it's definitely not a main demographic like the Call of Duty crowd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not a really fair comparison. I would compare it to Fallout and not Call of Duty because it's
Yeah.
kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But I totally get what you're saying now. I just don't think that I would not mind seeing something new, but I think that Bethesda as a company could say, okay, can we get more money developing a brand new IP, a brand new Fallout, a brand new,
I don't know if they have the
I just
creativity
want
in
them to
it.
chill out with Skyrim.
Yeah, I do not want to see any more Skyrim releases.
They would be fools if they released something else with Skyrim this year or announced it.
Well,
They can release it and not have anything about it. And
I
people still
don't
buy it.
know how, because I'm much more of a computery person than you are, and I'm sure if there's anybody watching this, somebody will understand what I'm talking about. Are you familiar with how a lot of people, whenever they see like a strange piece of technology, they're like, oh, well, can I put Doom on it? Like the original Doom, like the printers, people will put Doom on it. I think Skyrim's eventually going to kind of like
replace that.
Well, I can't say replace that because the code's not open source as far as I know, but I can kind of see it getting in that direction. Bethesda being like, oh, you want Skyrim on this elevator panel? Right there. You want Skyrim on your iPhone? Boom.
Yeah.
Add it. Like,
Well,
I would actually enjoy that.
it's not a stretch to say that they're already at that point.
yeah.
I mean, which of course, when I saw the Switch debut trailer and they had Skyrim, portable Skyrim on the Switch, I was excited.
How well did that sell?
I'm not sure. I bought it personally, and I know Dion did too. So moderately well. As someone who does not like Skyrim at all, I bought it. It gave it more of a shot than I ever did on any other console, just because I did. Got farther than I ever did in any other playthrough. I'm not a Skyrim fan, so
Yeah.
But
Which
I
is
played
very
for a
strange,
good 8
'cause
hours.
You were really into like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, weren't you?
Yep, very much
And
so.
that
Read all the
that is a
books.
lot like if you were to just take those books and put them
Yeah.
in game form.
I know. I hated the Hobbit movies. I don't know, and this fella, I can't explain it. I just don't like it.
Mhm.
I don't know, but speaking of putting old games on new consoles, This is a stretch, but maybe Fallout 4 for the Switch.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that game, that was a major success. And
Not critically, but
not critically, but
sales-wise,
sales-wise.
yes.
And, like, everybody, like, after it came out for the next few weeks, anybody I know who played video games was talking about
playing
Fallout 4.
it. Yeah.
And I think that the fact that they put Doom and Wolfenstein on the Switch, which that was big in its own right, because those are not the kind of games that Nintendo usually puts on their consoles.
No.
And so I don't think that it would be unreasonable at all to see Fallout 4 come to the Switch. I think it'd be very likely.
Now, speaking of Wolfenstein, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some Wolfenstein 2 gameplay.
This was
because it comes out
2, wasn't it? This past one?
Well, no, they've Wolfenstein 1's out on the Switch already, I think. Wolfenstein 2 comes out.
I thought it was already out. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
It is, but this is the Switch port.
Okay, so
comes out like a week or two.
Was it the first one that was on the Switch? I thought it was.
Yeah,
the Colossus. Okay.
It's the first one. I believe they released like Doom, Skyrim, and Wolfenstein 1.
I just looked it up. Wolfenstein 2 is supposed to come onto
Come
the
out,
Switch June 29th. When does
a couple weeks
E3?
after. A couple weeks after E3. So,
Okay.
like I said, I think it's going to be like a
oh yeah, they're gonna have that
an extended gameplay trailer for the Switch.
And they're probably going to let you play it on the floor, I'm sure.
It'll be
like that
100%.
close to release, they're going to have like.
They might not mention it at their conference, but it's going to be on the floor, yeah, for sure. And that's really all I have for Bethesda. Like I said, I don't really know what they're going to do.
Do you think they're going to go back to a more traditional panel, or do you think they're going to try something gimmicky again?
Yes, they're going to go back to a traditional panel. They have to. If they do what they did last year.
In case the bag crumpling sounds come up on the recording,
It does.
Okay. Just wanted to mention here in the middle, the Granola Duck podcast is brought to you by Jelly Beans. No particular brand, but Jelly Beans.
Just Jelly Beans.
Just Jelly Beans. Trademark. Anyway.
Thank you, Jelly Beans. We salute you.
Who's our next company on the docket?
Well, hold on. Let me finish with my thoughts. I don't know what Bethesda has in store because they're at a point right now where they don't really have anything new announced that's not come out already, really. I can't remember if they do or not. That's how
with them it comes down to they will either continue to be predictable and just do nothing really crazy because they've already played their hand, or they're going to go absolutely insane.
Last year was
going to be
very
one
predictable.
Of the two.
Last year, it was. I think they had the worst conference last year, and I was really excited to hear what they had to say about things, and it was trash. Which
I think I was one of the only people who didn't not like. I didn't mind the Bethesda Land thing. I'm like, okay, this is all right.
I did. Well,
everybody else hated it.
But the thing is, like, I feel like they knew it was bad, which is why they started putting like all their developers and all their developers' families in the conference, like a video type thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, you can't hate on this because there's a baby here, which I don't think that was intentional, but still, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like they knew that they were not doing what they needed to do as a game company, but they needed to shake things up this year, and I think a new IP would really help with that. Maybe 2 new IPs because they publish things, right? They're not just making games over there. They publish things that other people do, so they can announce a couple of new things that we never heard about before.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really excited to maybe see what they got in store. I'm not really getting that hyped because kind of like EA right now, I'm being very cautious around what they have. But Fallout 4 on the Switch would be pretty good. I'd probably buy it again.
Hold on, can we jump back to EA real quick?
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are of Sims 4 DLC?
You never know. That could come.
I think
that could come this year. That could come in 2 years. Who knows?
I think it'll happen.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen this year.
You could 100% be right, Kevin. I couldn't tell you. Oh,
Anyway.
Also with EA, they're going to add some stuff to the EA Vault.
Oh,
as
definitely,
usual.
definitely.
They're going to be like, oh, guess what? This game is going to be playable next month in the EA Vault for free. Because that... Oh, no, he left the company, didn't he? The English guy that does the thing.
I don't remember.
He did. I know you don't keep up with this kind of stuff, so I got to do it myself. So, next company, we're getting into the big leagues, baby.
It's the big leagues.
It's Nintendo, everyone's favorite. And the first game, we're coming in hot. We're going to get some kind of trailer. I don't think gameplay trailer. We're going to get some kind of extended trailer, not a teaser, for Metroid Prime 4.
Really?
Yes, I think so. Not a gameplay trailer, I don't think. This game was just announced in a 10-second teaser trailer last year. That said, it is now in development. I do not think we're getting anything groundbreaking like a release date. But I think we're going to get something story-wise. That's something
honestly,
to really look forward to.
I would not be surprised if we didn't even get that. I really could see it being something like just kind of a slow, vague, like nobody knows what it's gonna be. It could be a mysterious.
That's what they did last year.
and then like you see something vaguely spacey, but all of the hardcore Metroid fans will immediately recognize it, and then you just see 4, and then everybody's gonna flip their shit.
Dude, you know that's exactly what they did last year, right?
With what?
Metroid Prime 4.
Oh wait, did they actually announce it?
I told you last year it was announced. It was like a 10-second teaser trailer. That was exactly what you just described. Like,
okay, I am
exactly.
very bad at listening. And also apparently at keeping up with old
yeah.
E3.
So like I said, I do not think we're getting gameplay or a release date. I think we're getting like a small, maybe 2-minute long story trailer for Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
You gotta listen.
Yeah, I really do.
And like it's kind of crazy because like you had to have like subconsciously remembered because like that was the exact trailer.
No, it's just I've seen so many trailers like that from all my years of watching E3 that like that's just become a trope.
I know you see this trailer because we watched it together.
I know.
Okay, so next one is probably the least likely to happen in this Nintendo list, but
there will definitely not be any more Zelda or Mario games.
No, yeah, I agree. Well, actually, no, this is the next game, Mario Maker for Switch.
That I believe it.
It could 100% happen, but I don't think it will. Mainly because I believe it would have been leaked by now, if they're reporting it over.
I don't know.
Now,
I think that
Smash didn't get leaked because that was a
Nintendo Direct
trailer made in Nintendo. It was not at a conference or anything. So that was like a trailer made in Nintendo for a Direct that was not released anywhere until it was released everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why the announcement was like that.
I don't know. I don't fully count it out. I think
I don't count it out either.
The Switch
but
would be a perfect system for a game like Mario Maker. And
but
I think
honestly,
that Mario Maker was so successful they just couldn't.
It's the least likely thing on this list.
Then everything else is going to be because I consider that rather likely.
Yep, the next one, Smash.
Obviously.
Confirmed. They've already said it's going to be there. They said it's going to be the main focus of their presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, God bless. Papa bless. Let's do it. I'm excited. Let's see what characters we're going to add in. Fingers crossed for Banjo-Kazooie. If they're not in there, I'm going to kill myself. Next game.
I want your word on that.
Kevin, I am so confident in this next game that I have made a deal with Dion that I said if this is not announced at Nintendo's E3 Direct or a Direct before it, in between the time from now and E3, he will kick me in the nuts for free.
Oh, I
no
want to see this.
Fortnite for Switch.
Really?
Yep. Whether it be player versus environment, save the world game mode, or battle royale.
Okay,
I don't think it's going to be a battle royale.
That I feel a little bit more confident about. A little bit more.
I do not think.
I still largely think that Save the World mode Fortnite is not gonna. Nobody ever really played it. Nobody's played it since Battle Royale came out. I'm sure. It's just, to me, it was a flop since the beginning.
That's not true, because a lot of people play it to practice building for
Really?
Battle Royale. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think that people. If they release just that one on the Switch, I don't think anybody would buy it on the Switch because nobody's gonna practice something on one console so that they can use it on another.
Fortnite on the go is pretty interesting, though. Like, I would probably get it just because it's. See, that's the thing about the Switch, dude.
One person who played it.
Dylan.
Yeah.
I know a few people that play it. The Save the World mode. Raphael plays it for practice for that, and that's like a big thing that people do a lot for some reason.
Yeah, but you wouldn't practice on one console for another console.
No, you wouldn't. You're right, but I think the genius about the Switch is everyone says, "Oh, I can play Doom in my car. Bring you to 2016 Doom in my car. I can play Skyrim in my car. I can play Mario Odyssey in my car. I can play Fortnite in my car." It's just people think about that, and it makes them want to buy it more just because of the accessibility, I guess. You don't have to be in front of a computer or in front of a TV to play this game. You can play wherever you want.
But Fortnite's already on mobile, though.
Yeah, but it's.
I don't think that
is
Epic
it trash?
Games. I don't. Okay, so I would say Nintendo.
You make a good point there. I didn't think about that.
Nintendo Online. Those are two words that don't go together. Nintendo and Online have never really
well,
went together.
Their new system is
Their
being
new
announced
system is
this
being
month.
announced, but unless Epic Games has some information about it that we don't have that makes them that confident.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, but
Game companies get.
Oh,
yeah.
I know they get that kind of stuff in advance, but it has to be something really crazy and like very optimistic for them to release a game whose entire reputation is its online playability for the Switch when they've.
I would go as far as to
the
say, Kevin, that since they're announcing their online platform this month, Fortnite might be their headliner.
Really?
Just might be.
Just might. It's so big right now. Nintendo would be crazy to deny them access to their console.
But it's. Also
I don't see
Nintendo
Fortnite dying down anytime soon.
Oh no, it's definitely not going to anytime soon.
They would be crazy. I think Nintendo of America would be more likely to embrace it, but also I don't know if that's a thing that they're able to do. Greenlight games that Nintendo Japan has nothing to do with. I don't know if I don't know how it works.
Also, one thing that we are kind of like overlooking is a lot of what Nintendo does and what they like don't do. Yeah, a lot of what Nintendo does and what Nintendo don't. It's very based on Nintendo Japan. And how they feel
that's what I'm.
Less of a Nintendo.
That's
America.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm not sure whether or not.
What kind of like status
player
does
base
Fortnite
they have
have
in
in
Japan?
Japan? Yeah, like do people in Japan
don't
even
know.
play Fortnite at all?
I don't know.
League of Legends
said,
on the Switch. Let's go.
No. Please God.
I think the headliners can be Smash for Nintendo Online.
I disagree. We're not going to see anything about Smash until E3. You could be right, but man, I do not think so. I just don't.
While we're talking about
I hate
Nintendo,
disagreeing with you.
I'm gonna.
Oh, we're not done yet.
No. But I wanna make a prediction.
All right, go ahead, bud.
I am pretty confident in this. This might sound a bit crazy. It might not sound crazy at all. That new Pokemon game we've been hearing about E3 this year.
Yep, that was the last game on my list.
It's gonna
Pokemon
happen.
Switch.
It is gonna.
It's got to happen because it's coming out in 2018. They're gonna mention it for sure.
Oh yeah.
They have to. They have to give us some information. Pokemon's too big just to be like announced at a direct. Even though it was announced at a direct, I believe. But I mean, like, this is too big. Smash, Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon are too big to not be announced at E3 or be talked about at E3. So 100%, Kevin, you're right. It's going to be talked about.
Yeah.
Now I got a question for you guys.
All right.
On the Pokemon, what do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be a Gen 1 remake, take it back to its roots?
I don't think it'll be a remake.
I don't think it'll be a remake at all.
Whole new generation.
It's gotta be a whole new generation. It's gotta be. I have been saying that a lot tonight. It's gotta be.
I
Sounds like
have
potential.
been wanting a console mainline Pokemon game since the GameCube with like Coliseum and Gale of Darkness and shit.
Dude, if
Oh, yeah,
any
everybody
console would
has.
have had it, it would have been the
Because,
GameCube.
well, see, that's what I thought. And honestly, what we had, like, not necessarily, I didn't play as much of Coliseum, but Gale of Darkness, that was so close in a lot of ways to being a mainline game. Like, it had a lot of the same beats that a mainline Pokemon game would have. But they were just trying to go in a different direction with it, and I think that if they hadn't, then it would have been even more successful than it already was.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Dion, it's got to be a brand new
It's gotta
game.
be.
It can't be. I mean, now hold on. If they remake Emerald, then we're okay.
They're not gonna remake Emerald.
I know they're not, but we'll be okay if they do.
mean,
I know they're not. Though.
Alpha, Sapphire, Omega Ruby. They're not
Yeah,
gonna
but they
redo Emerald.
didn't do no Emerald.
What people
a
are
personal
hoping
attack.
for right now is for a Gen 4 remake.
What you
Really?
mean,
Because
like
it's about
the Hawaiian games or the black and white games?
neither one.
I
Gen
can't
4
remember
was
which
Diamond
one.
and
Central
Pearl.
region. Yeah.
Okay. See, I do not know any Pokemon but after Gen 3, so
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Common sense would have told me that it would have been the DS games, so I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, that I don't think it's going to be a remake. I mean, if it is, I'll be
I mean, people are talking
slightly
about it.
disappointed.
They are talking about it.
I would be slightly disappointed, but I'd still buy it probably. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah, I'd
Pokemon.
buy it.
If they ported the new ones, Sun and Moon, I would probably get it too.
Yeah.
If they made some slight changes graphically and control wise, yeah, I'd get it for sure.
I mean, the graphics on Sun and Moon right now, they're already pretty good for a fucking 3DS.
Yeah,
But if they,
I mean, they can amp it times 10 and still
Like-
be able to run fine on the Switch.
if you could play Doom on the Switch, then
Yeah.
you could do so much.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Pokemon on the Switch.
Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon for
Now,
Switch.
here's my thing. Since we're all pretty confident that it's gonna happen, let's extrapolate a little bit further. Do you think, and this kind of sounds nitpicky on details, that it's going to have the we already know it's going to have the same plot and like gameplay of a mainline Pokemon game, but do you think it will have the style of the handheld Pokemon games or more of the style of the GameCube ones? Like,
See, Kevin, this is where I think you're wrong.
I think they should do a whole new style.
I think it's going to have the same style as the handheld games, but I think they're going to switch it up. Plot wise, story wise.
well, see, I was in a lot of ways. I was simply talking about like camera. Do you think it's gonna be top down, like
Ooh.
directional movement, like it is on like a
It's going to be like the 3DS ones. I
the
think.
3DS ones? I haven't seen much of any of those.
They're okay. I certainly prefer the Game Boy ones over the DS and 3DS ones, but I just don't see them doing a main console Pokemon game and it being top down like the Game Boy Advance ones. I just don't see it. It'll be a waste of graphical power, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, it wouldn't look good, really.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it could be. I think that would be weird. But yeah, it could be.
I could definitely see it playing like the GameCube ones.
Yeah,
But, like except with like gym battles and badges and whatnot.
it very well
You're
could.
talking about the style of the gameplay. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
probably gonna keep the same style, but more than likely they are gonna do some stuff different.
I think they gotta do the story different. I mean, I wasn't people's like main gripe with Sun and Moon is it like it didn't change the formula at all. I can't remember. I know there was
I
something that
couldn't
people
tell
were
ya.
complaining about. Okay,
Well,
but
they completely changed it up.
we've been talking about Pokemon too much.
Yeah.
Go to
let's
the
move
next
on.
thing. This one is either going to happen at a direct or at E3. Probably a direct before E3. Probably the May one that's happening any day now. Virtual console.
Oh yeah.
Probably going to be announced with the online service. Might not. It might save it for E3.
Ooh. But remember how they did say that they were going to
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, do like the free games each month.
I think that'll go hand in hand with Virtual Console.
Retro games each month. They're not doing free freaking Breath of the Wild, but
yeah.
That would be bonkers, but that's not happening. But yeah, I think that would be it would be cool to see that before E3, but I completely understand if they wait until E3 to announce it. I don't think it's going to be anytime after E3. I think it's either happening before, at, or during. Next game, it's about time. We all want it. We all need it. It's a new Punch-Out game, baby. I think we're getting Punch-Outs for the Switch.
Arms?
No, not at all. In the style of Punch-Out, baby. We're getting Punch-Out in the style of Punch-Out. The perfect game.
Okay, now are you talking a new Punch-Out or them re-releasing?
I'm talking about a new Punch-Out. I'm talking about a new Punch-Out. Little Mac, maybe not Little Mac. I would prefer to be Little Mac, but we don't have to. He's done it all.
I'm not buying it.
Why not?
I'm just not. I don't see it.
This one was a stretch. This one's up there with the Mario Maker. I think it's
the
time.
Mario Maker is more likely than a new Punch-Out.
Really?
I think you would sooner see Arms 2 before a new Punch-Out.
I disagree right there, but to each their own. The next one is one that really everybody wants. I was kind of joking about Punch-Out, but I really do want a new Punch-Out. This is one that everyone's constantly asking about. Where's this game? Where's this game? Animal Crossing.
On the Switch?
On Switch.
Ooh, I would buy that. I think a lot of people
I know
would buy
you would.
That.
A lot of people would, yes. Animal Crossing on Switch.
I think, even though this is going to sound kind of strange because, like, it was Nintendo's choice to even let it be on the Switch, I'm pretty sure. But I think it would be their way of competing with Stardew Valley.
Stardew?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting tidbit. Apparently, Sakurai is addicted to Stardew Valley right now.
Really?
The guy that makes the Smash games.
So, are we
Stardew Valley
Penny and Smash?
We're going to see the Geminos in Smash. I think that's what they're called. I can't remember. But yeah, Animal Crossing. Never really been an Animal Crossing guy, but I've never played an Animal Crossing game, so I could be in the future. I'm very open to go play the GameCube game. There's the first one. But yeah, that's my Nintendo predictions. That one went a little long just because we all kind of love Nintendo here.
I mean, who
doesn't? There's some people that are going to be like,
some heartless bastards.
They spent too long on Nintendo. They're nerds. You know, whatever.
Yeah, well.
But next one, the next company is one that I really, given my past, should be hyped AF about. But man, I don't know what they're up to right now. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm talking about Microsoft.
Ooh, they're a wild card for me because I have not kept up with
exactly.
them.
They're kind of a wild card for me too, even though I do keep up with them. My list is not very hopeful. There is a couple things that are hopeful there, but not going to happen for sure. The first thing I said is a bunch of racing games and shit that no one cares about.
Yeah, but that's
basically just a rehash of the EA one with all the sports games. Basically, that's what it's going to be. The first 25 minutes of their thing.
I think there's something to be said about wishful thinking, and some people really believe in the if you think about it enough and wish about it enough, it might just come true. I'm talking Banjo 3 on the Switch.
Dude, you are ruining my list. My next thing is Rare, or someone using the Rare IP, a different company that's not Rare using the Rare IP. Whether it be Conker, Banjo, Jet Force Gemini, whatever.
GoldenEye, like another.
That's never gonna happen. But
No, it's not.
There's so many contract issues or whatever with that game.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not going to happen.
what
I
was that
would.
other...
You're thinking about Perfect Dark,
Perfect Dark, yeah.
which is later on the list for a reason. I'll explain later. Banjo 3E would be... Microsoft would win E3 if they just announced that one game for me.
Yes.
Obviously,
and
maybe not for you, but for
I
me.
may be remembering this wrong, but didn't they say a
Yes.
while back that nobody wanted a Banjo 3E? Like, that wasn't the kind of game people wanted
They
anymore?
said that in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah, and I think that the success of the Switch has really
The
proved them wrong.
audacity. No, not even that. The success of games like A Hat in Time proved them wrong.
Yeah, but
Ukulele,
I would say,
not so much, because that was not done very
I
well.
would say that the Switch kind of shows this is how many people want this, because
to go, yeah.
yeah.
Mario Odyssey is more like Banjo-Kazooie than it is like Mario 64, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I see that in a lot of ways. And
So-
I think that because when you think of a Switch, yeah, you can play Doom or Skyrim on the Switch, but when you think of a Switch, you think of Breath of the Wild, you think of Mario Odyssey, you think of the greats, baby. And I would say Banjo 3E, perfect match for the Switch. If
Never gonna
Microsoft had any nuts or brains about them, they'd do it, because they're sitting on more of a fortune than they know.
Now, I do know that Phil Spencer has said multiple times, not just once, multiple times, that he is very open to collaborate with
Nintendo, and I believe he said he wanted to see Banjo and Smash.
Yes, he said that multiple times as well. So
I could see it happening. I don't think that
I
corporate
don't see it
Microsoft
happening.
wants it. I don't think corporate Microsoft would be willing. But
exactly.
I think
unless Nintendo paid them to either buy back Banjo, since they're not doing anything with it, it's just never going to happen because they're
But
sitting on a
I
gold
just-
mine
I-
and they know it.
and it's not just my love of old games and Banjo and nostalgia and whatnot. I really think that they're sitting on a gold mine with the potential for a Banjo 3 on the Switch that they're just not realizing, because even kids that are buying Switches that never even knew of Banjo back in the day because they weren't even born yet. Banjo is such a Banjo is a series they could come back with a third one and kids would still love it. Banjo's easy to get into for anybody, and so they older people would love it, younger people would love it, everybody would love it. There's just no reason for them not to.
Trevor, I just want to make out with you right now.
Oh, same.
You're just talking up Banjo-Kazooie right now, and I'm just hard.
Dude,
now, what's it going to say? Now, the question I have about it is that, do you think Microsoft might be waiting to do something with these IPs when they're not in the console game anymore? Because I just don't see Microsoft staying in it, dude.
See,
Xbox One was really, in my opinion, a disastrous thing for them. It's starting to bounce back a little bit.
it's starting to, but okay, so I don't know if you remember, but it was a major joke back when the PS3 came out. Oh, the PS3 has no games. That's kind of where the Xbox One is right now.
Yeah.
The Xbox One doesn't have anything.
Yeah. But I think it's the console wars are in such a weird position because somehow it is worse and at the same time the best it's been, if that makes sense. All right, Doc. So what I mean by that is that the people who fight over PS4 and Xbox are the worst that they've ever been, but there's less people doing it than what there used to be when there was the Nintendo and the Genesis, if that makes sense.
Let's see, what do you mean when you say the people that fight over it are the worst they've ever been? Because I cannot tell you the last time I've heard some hardcore console beef.
Go on any comment section on Facebook about video games.
That's my thing.
Exactly, I know. It's terrible. It's the worst, and Fortnite and PUBG is starting to kind of replace it at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
But I I know Microsoft can recover, Xbox can recover from the Xbox One, but would they want to?
But see, going back to the original question here, are they saving those rare IPs for when they get out of the console game? I don't think so, because I think that by then it'll be too late. I think that now is the perfect time for them to do it, and if they wait any longer, it will just feel out of touch.
I don't think they're ever going to be in trouble financially. I think they could pull out of the console game and still release bangers with Halo and
I think that
Gears of War.
They could, and they would still thrive as a company. I don't think they will, because I think that keeping that competition with Sony is too important.
Yeah, it is healthy for the market. You're absolutely right. And that's what I prefer it to be that way. You know, I like it that Nintendo's is doing their own thing. They don't really care what their competitors are doing. I've always loved that about them.
There's a really healthy dynamic between the three of them, in most extents. There are some ways that it's not.
There's certainly much more bad blood between Sony and Microsoft, and the fact that Sony's not able to budge with anything, whether it be cross-platform or just
they're slowly getting there.
No, they're not.
I mean,
they refuse to do cross-platform with Microsoft at all. And I think Nintendo.
I don't know. We've had more luck with cross-platform than we have 5 years ago.
Yeah, but that's not thanks to Sony. That's thanks to Microsoft and
but I mean,
like PC and
Rocket
Nintendo.
League. I mean that was cross-platform between PC and Sony at least.
Yeah, but what else can you name besides Fortnite that's cross-platform?
That Fortnite was going to be mother.
Exactly.
Still, though, that's more than we had like 5 years ago.
And you know, Microsoft is trying. Well, actually, you know what? This is kind of getting into my other things. Let me continue with the list.
All right.
My next game is another rare IP, which I think is more likely to show up than any of them. That's Perfect Dark. Mainly because it's a shooter, James Bond type. So when we say GoldenEye, basically what this was, Perfect Dark. Okay, Perfect Dark was they couldn't do GoldenEye anymore, basically because of contract things. So they had to do Perfect Dark, and it's a female first-person shooter. I think Microsoft would be crazy not to use this right now.
Think they'll do it.
I don't really.
I don't see
it would sell well.
I think
with a certain crowd.
With a certain crowd, but I don't think that there are enough people aching for a Perfect Dark game that it would pay off for them to reuse.
Maybe not to, but think of that good press that they would get with companies like CNN and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they would sooner just release a new IP than they would reuse Perfect Dark.
Well, speaking of reusing, my next game is Halo something.
Halo something.
Whether it be a Halo Wars 3
or a
Halo 6 or a Halo ODST type game, whatever.
I don't know. I feel like Halo at this point has kind of run the gamut. I think it's
they're not done with Halo. They'd be silly to be done with Halo.
All right.
I agree they should stop.
All right. But we've already talked about our I'm not even gonna call him a big boy. I'm not gonna patronize him. Our big man, Phil Spencer, talking about colluding with Nintendo a little bit. Master Chief and Smash. Snake's already been in it. Master Chief.
I mean, I know you're kind of in jest right now, but it's not as far as a stretch that you might think.
No, I know.
But I don't know about his moveset, personally. I mean, like, Banjo-Kazooie's moveset is there already. Like, it's done. Like,
yeah, easy peasy.
Easy. Master Chief, you can jump and throw grenades. You don't even have the box like with Snake, so I'm not sure what you would do for Master Chief. You might ride a ghost around for his ultimate.
I think we'd be more likely to see Banjo-Kazooie. I honestly.
I agree.
I can visually see Banjo-Kazooie and
Oh,
Smash.
dude,
Like,
it's so easy. It's a no-brainer, and the fact that they put in Bayonetta in place of Banjo, I don't get it.
I don't know.
But Platinum Games is close with Nintendo. Whatever. I'm surprised they even put Cloud in it, to be honest. But Ryu is in it, which surprised me too. So Nintendo's starting to do this kind of stuff. So I would like to see it, and I wouldn't be absolutely shocked if he was Banjo was in Smash. But next thing on the list, Halo is Halo, whatever. Backwards compatibility stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of...
They always announce something about it, whether it be a new set of games or we're probably going to see some new original Xbox games added in. That's that. Next thing, some Play Anywhere titles, which I'm pretty sure you know what this is, but for anyone listening that doesn't know what this is, it is a game that you can buy on your Xbox that you can play also on your Xbox or your PC, and vice versa. If you buy it on your PC, it's on your Xbox. And that's cool. They have a lot of quote unquote exclusives that are also on PC like this. So, in my opinion, it is good for the consumer, but bad for their platform, if that makes sense. So that's why I kind of like Microsoft right now in that sense. They're being very
I don't think it's
just
bad
consumer.
for their platform. Because, I mean, they're
people okay, so people will say, okay, since I can play 99% of all the exclusive Xbox games on my computer, I'm gonna buy a PS4 now instead of an Xbox.
Okay. But think of the and not just anybody's going to say that though, because you're going to need a gaming computer to play these games. And
Yes.
people with a gaming computer have either already paid into Microsoft by Windows or paid into Microsoft by an Xbox and a gaming computer. So they're not really losing any money.
Windows is not Xbox.
No, but Microsoft's getting the money either way.
Yeah, but I don't quite agree with that argument. I think that in the long run, it 100% hurts their gaming platform. I mean, giving money to their competitor is hurting their platform, regardless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's that. Really not much to say about that. I mean, I don't know what else they're gonna. I mean, they're probably gonna announce something new. I don't know. And the last thing I have for Microsoft is a Minecraft update. Probably the Better Together update, which is the cross-platform update that they're trying to get worked up and, done right. It's not out yet. I think it's supposed to come out soon after E3, so there's probably going to have to be some kind of announcement for it. Probably going to say, oh, and by the way, it's available right now. Classic conference announcement type stuff.
Easy peasy.
That's my Microsoft thing. Like I said, I'm not hopeful about them that much.
I don't think they're really going to do anything groundbreaking or interesting.
No, me either. And that sucks because they certainly could.
All right. So, who's our next sweet boys? Is it going to be Is it going to be the Big S? Are we going to the Big S?
We're going to the Big S, baby. We're going to Sony.
Oh,
it's Sony, baby. And the first game, and by the way, Dion's not missing anything because I ran this list by him before you got here.
Yeah.
So he's not missing anything. He didn't have much to add to the conversation then, so I don't think he's going to really add much like right now.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's here, thank God.
It's saved. The podcast is saved.
Oh, thank God.
I
was trying to act confident in front of the viewers. I'm really not.
Your boy is here.
So first thing I got for Sony, which is, I think we're going to get some Death Stranding gameplay. We got to get a gameplay trailer in. It's been 2.5 years almost. We've got to get a gameplay trailer. And I think we're going to get a release date at the Game Awards. Kevin, what do you think about that?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I did not catch the name of the game we were talking about.
Death Stranding, the one that you're most hyped about.
How I didn't hear that, I don't know.
I have no clue. Like I said, I think we're going to get a gameplay trailer, whether it be 2 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know. At E3 and the release date at the Game Awards, not soon after. Not long after, rather.
I'm hesitant to agree. Because they've been so secretive about the game so far, I don't know if we'd see a gameplay trailer. But
Maybe you have to see gameplay before the game comes out.
that is the only reason that
you got me there.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Kojima to not.
I would. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Well,
market-wise.
You had to think about what he's done in the past, though. Metal Gear Solid 2, legit, you thought you were playing as Snake for the entire game, and then you play Snake for all of, like, 20 minutes. And then the rest of the game is this bitch-ass you've never heard of.
Didn't that pretty much happen in Metal Gear Solid 5? You just didn't know it for the whole game?
No.
Yeah, but...
Snake,
well,
you
I don't know, like, I kind of... I'm mainly agreeing with you on the basis that ever since the game's been announced, we've only gotten these short little story teasers. We've never seen anything
no
concrete,
gameplay.
So at this point, they kind of have to show something concrete, or else it's just going to seem like this game's never coming.
Well, I mean, like, I don't want to get Last Guardianitis.
Yeah.
Whereas you never really show anything concrete, and then surprise, it's been 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Really.
So we need to see something. I don't think Kojima's going to disappoint because you know who he is. You know his track record.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to.
Yeah. But I really would like to see something new, not just a story trailer, because story trailers, in my opinion, that he's been releasing are not story trailers. They're just what the fuck trailers.
I mean, for Kojima, that's the story trailer.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like we still don't know what's happening. And of course, with gameplay, that's not going to fix that. But still, you know what the game is going to be when you get a gameplay trailer, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I digress. Next thing, I think we're going to get some last-minute Spider-Man PS4 stuff.
Definitely.
Some
contest.
new suit announcements. They've been announcing suits lately, and some new gadget announcements. I don't think they're going to focus too much on Spider-Man.
I think on Spider-Man we might see like an extended gameplay trailer.
Yes,
like
yeah,
30
I think
minutes
so. Like
of gameplay or something.
I think it's going not 30 minutes.
No,
I'd say
like
maximum
15.
10 minutes.
10, yeah, but it definitely extended more than what we saw.
People want to see the web slinging in action. They already kind of have, but they want to see it, really
Honestly,
in the game.
I wouldn't put it past them to just show like a whole demo level being played.
Yeah, I don't want to see it personally, but I'll still watch it because I'm so hyped.
I mean, I'd be cool as long as it wasn't like an actual level from the game, or if it was like a minor one.
Yeah, a side mission I'd be okay with. So you got Spider-Man PS4, which is not surprising in the least. The next one is even least surprising: Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Really?
It's gonna be there. It is every year. That's just the
Wait, so
one of Sony's flagship. Yeah, it's confirmed to be Black Ops 4.
Okay,
it is.
all right.
It
is because they were talking about
Yeah.
Yeah.
The official reveal is, I believe, the 17th of May, but of course they're going to have gameplay at E3. It's probably going to be playable on the floor.
It's going to be Battle Royale gameplay.
Probably. Actually, I'm actually pretty certain that they're going to have Battle Royale on Black Ops 4, but I digress.
Oh no, they've already. I'm pretty sure they've already confirmed it'll have Battle
They
Royale.
did not confirm it.
Not.
Activision acknowledged that Battle Royale is
They're
very
announcing
popular
Battle Royale
right now.
port at E3. I'm gonna double down on that.
I mean, it's probably going to happen May 17th at the official reveal. But yes. Next one. Hopeful. Maybe not, but hopeful. Last of Us 2 gameplay.
Oof.
We've had 2 story trailers now for Last of Us. And man, I am hyped for it. We need some gameplay for this, even though it's probably going to be the same gameplay as the Last of Us 1.
I think we'll see a short little game.
Yeah, maybe just some character interactions, maybe 5 minutes. That's all you have to have. Is Last of Us. People are going to get hyped regardless.
Yeah.
The next one, I didn't know where to put this one because I'm not sure which company would do this. Red Dead 2 gameplay. It's happening at E3.
No, it's definitely.
Don't know which ones, whether it would be Microsoft or Sony. I'm leaning more towards Sony just because.
Why would it be Microsoft? Is this coming out on Xbox?
Yeah, it's coming out everywhere.
Okay, that's
But
cool.
I didn't know where to put it.
I think it'll be Sony just because.
Yeah,
the
I
first
agree.
One was,
That's why it was more apt to put it.
PlayStation exclusive, wasn't it, or no?
No, it was not.
No, it was not. No, it was not. No, I played it on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course we're gonna get some gameplay for that.
We're gonna see. Moving on to the next. Days Gone. We're gonna see more of Days Gone.
You are always ruining my list, friend. That was the last game on my list.
Was that the next one on your list, or did you have?
No,
more?
I have a few more actually.
All right.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I mean definitely.
I'm gonna see. I don't even know if there's a release date yet. Is there a November?
I don't
something?
think so. I think it's still one of those. All right. Well, whenever it comes out.
So it's gonna be a release date and some gameplay. This one's a stretch because we haven't heard anything about it in 3 years, and I mean anything. Same company, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I don't think we're going to.
They would be crazy not to mention it.
I feel like their attitude was once we get done with Kingdom Hearts 3, we're gonna start focusing on it. I feel like that was their
I was under
attitude.
the impression that Kingdom Hearts 3 is done.
I mean, it's not released yet.
You're right about that. I wouldn't put it past them to delay it the week before it comes out.
That is the kind of thing they would do.
Yeah.
Also, while we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, because of my recently getting a Switch, I was just looking at the news to see if maybe they had said they were going to release it on the Switch or not. They said that there are no current plans, but after they release it for the PS4 and Xbox One, it's not out of the question they would think about it. So I'm really, not an E3 prediction, but it's still I'm hopeful because then I wouldn't have to either buy or bum a console from somebody.
When does Octopath Traveler come out?
I think very soon. I'm actually really hyped for that.
If it's
very good.
after E3, we might see something about that.
Here, let me look it up real quick because
while you're doing that, my next game, something that you would enjoy, both of you.
July 13th.
So we're gonna see something about it. Yeah.
When is E3? Isn't it June?
June 12th, I believe.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna see Octopath.
Yeah.
Is that a real quick before we get to the next game? Is Octopath Traveler, is that still the plan? Like, is that just the dev title, or is it actually going to be the name of the game?
That's the actual title. Okay. Yeah.
Because originally I think they said it was just a dev thing.
Well, it's a good title.
Yeah, it is a really great title.
Well, I mean, they could have like the Xbox Scorpio type thing where they're like, no, it's the Xbox One X now, and everyone liked the Xbox Scorpio a lot. But
yeah.
Anyway, next game. This one's kind of a stretch. The least likely on this whole list to be here, in my opinion, Bloodborne 2. They've announced it.
Oh wait, they did announce it?
Yes.
Oh man, I really need to get better on my game announcements because I have just.
I tell you every single time. I guess you just don't listen to me.
I mean, why would I?
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't even know. I highly doubt we would get gameplay, but we might. I'm not sure. They've been working on this since, Dark Souls 3 ended 2 years ago. So why wouldn't we get gameplay? I don't know. But like I said, that's just a guess. I forgot one thing. It was on a different page. Last thing for Sony, I think they are going to be the first company for this generation to pull the plug. They're announcing a new console.
Really?
I think they are.
PS5?
Yep.
Really?
I think they are, Kevin. I would not put it past them.
That seems like a really early life cycle for the PlayStation 4, though.
Think about it, dude. Didn't it come out in like 2012?
No.
The PS4? 2013? I mean, 5 years is not that long. I mean, not that bad. On PS4.
Yeah, it was 2013. Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like it hasn't.
Exactly. Yeah, this one's gone by really fast.
Ooh, that kind of worries me. Well, because see, I've always like been the person. I was always very late on getting even
We
growing
know.
up. I never got the new console until it wasn't new anymore.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get a Wii practically until the Wii U was already announced.
That's crazy.
Didn't get a DS until like the DSi was already gone.
Dude, I got a DS like the day it was announced, like for like my birthday, like a surprise.
I don't know, the fact that I still like I got my PlayStation 3 like a year ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe that's why I'm still like, oh, new console announcements. Could I see it? Maybe, but I think they're just doing so well on the PlayStation 4. I don't think they're gonna want to split their user base because like they're kicking ass and taking names on the PlayStation.
If they
4.
make it completely backwards compatible, will they really be splitting their user base?
I don't think they're gonna make it completely backwards compatible.
Yeah, that would not be in line with their.
It wouldn't be in line, and
track
also
record.
to do that would take
Oh.
insane hardware.
This is supposed to happen.
Because I don't think they would emulate the PlayStation 4 on the PlayStation 5. They would have to just have the PlayStation 4's hardware in the PlayStation 5, and they're definitely not going to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy expensive. So I don't see it happening because the PlayStation 4 is still doing so well. They're like kicking ass and taking names with all the games that are getting announced for it. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. I think we're going to squeeze at least another 2 years.
Well,
That's my
maybe.
prediction. I'm predicting 2020 PlayStation 5.
Maybe so.
Sounds about right.
And
Now,
what a hell of a year to release it too.
yeah. That was my Sony list. Like I said, it's the best one by far on the list, to be honest, just because it's a lot of. But the thing is, I don't think it's a single game on this list that we did not know about already, which was their problem last year too. They didn't really have any big hitters last year that we didn't already know about. Like we already knew about Last of Us, we already knew about Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Kingdom Hearts, Days Gone. I think Bloodborne 2 was like the only surprise, and that may have even been at PSX. So
Okay, so
I can't remember.
Let's just go through a list real quick. Who all do like? Just name companies from which you think we're going to see a new IP.
Bethesda.
I don't agree there, but keep going.
Maybe Nintendo, dude. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think, but I would
They've
be
been
less
really
surprised than Bethesda.
They've been branching out really a lot lately with Splatoon and ARMS.
Oh, Dion, what thing there was a couple really crazy announcements last year for things like Code Vein and whatnot. What conference was that for? That was
I have
Sony,
no
wasn't
idea,
it?
actually.
Okay.
I don't remember what Code Vein is.
It's really not gonna be as Dark Souls-esque as you think it is. I'm really waiting for FromSoft to come out with Shadows Die Twice.
Don't know what
Familiar
that
with
is.
yeah.
But anyway, really, I don't know, dude. It's up in the air. Any one of these companies could have a new IP, and I wouldn't blink twice about it.
Yeah.
It's not surprising to announce
I
it.
think we'll see some new stuff from Sony.
Yeah, I think they have to. That would be 2 years in a row that they have not really announced anything new. So that's not really good for them. But I got a couple more things, bonus little things.
Real quick,
it won't be long.
Real quick, I think we're gonna see more of Detroit Become Human or whatever the fuck it was called.
That comes out in May.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
I've heard nothing on that game since
Exactly.
last
I mean, I'm pretty sure it does. Let me see.
Yeah, 25th of May, 2018. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they're really not doing good on marketing that.
No. Yeah. Don't think we're gonna see anything about that. Especially if it doesn't sell well. So yeah. But here are a couple surprises. So this is bonus. I think this is the year, Kevin. I don't know
Let's
which
hear it.
conference it's going to be in. But this is the year. Everyone's been waiting with bated breath to see what Valve has up their sleeve.
Ooh, I think this. I agree with you. I think this will be the year because they did say a while back that they were jealous of Nintendo's recent success. So
I think they might walk out for 2 seconds at like a Microsoft or Sony conference and say Left 4 Dead 3 or Half-Life 3 or Portal 3.
It's not going to be Half-Life 3. I could see
It's
a
not
Portal
going to
3
be.
or Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I think honestly Portal 3 is the most likely out of all of them.
I think if Gabe walked out and said Half-Life 3, E3 would shut down.
I mean, honestly, if he just acknowledges the existence of the game, that's all it would take.
Yeah.
I've never really been into Half-Life, so I wouldn't really find it. I mean, I'd find it interesting for the community because it's a big deal, obviously. And then, of course, my next thing, the last thing, Blizzard. This might not be an E3, it might be it's something else, but just some Overwatch content or some World of Warcraft content. Something new or something brand new from them. I don't know. I just don't think that Blizzard's is going to be absent. They might announce Hearthstone for the Switch or something like that.
That's pretty much confirmed for me.
Is it? Oh, I'm not sure.
I mean, for me, like Hearthstone, such an easy game to put on the Switch. It'll go good with Nintendo's online service. They got so much success off of Hearthstone. There's no way they wouldn't. Like, it'd be too easy for them. CD Projekt Red, even though it's just rumors.
I forgot they had a new IP.
2077, that's coming. I
forgot. Yeah,
it was a rumor, but no, I'm positive.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're 100% going to see something from them.
Even though they've been very vague about it up until now, they have a lot of people really excited, and I am one of them. I am too, because
I enjoyed The Witcher 3.
I've never really played a ton of The Witcher, but like I've heard so much about their gameplay, how great it is, and I've just always been a Cyberpunk fan, so I'm good for this.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off.
All right,
yeah, can you believe that we were
Later.
supposed to talk about other things, but this took an hour and a half to talk about
E3.
Talk about E3, which I think.
Let's just do it. Record another one soon.
Yeah. Listen, guys, that's our thoughts for E3. Take it all with a grain of salt because we're not freaking gypsies, dude. We can't see the future, and we certainly can't predict what some of these freaking people think about and what they want to announce.
It's gonna be insane.
I think this year's going to be pretty crazy, just because the last couple of years haven't really been that.
Okay, so really quickly before we like completely wrap it up, I just want to say, and I've been thinking about this topic a lot lately. Even like before I got the Switch, how many times have we referenced what the Switch has done for the like gaming community and the game development community? Like the Switch has had such an impact. A lot of developers have said, "Wow, Nintendo's really doing good with the Switch. We want to do that." Like Nintendo. Like it all has to do with the Switch, but Nintendo as a company has just been rocking it because of the Switch. And I really think that this has been not just one of the best things to happen for Nintendo in a long time, but for the games industry in a long time.
I 100% agree, Kevin. God, I sound like
and for something that like when it was announced, everybody, no lie, was just kind of, oh, that looks pretty fucking dumb.
Like, I never thought that.
I don't know. A lot of people when the Switch was announced was like, oh, here's another Wii U.
Me saying I 100% agree with you, Kevin. It sounded like I had to like mandatory respond to like 3 people on like an online message board for class.
See, I was thinking more of canned news anchor response.
Yeah. but no, dude, like the Switch, we have not even begun to see what all it's going to do. This console has the potential to outsell the Wii.
I mean,
And
it's getting there, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, it's already outsold their year one sales.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I think. We're on year two now, and you bought a Switch year two. A lot of other people that I know have recently bought one too. So
I mean,
you know, this thing is in no sign of slowing down.
It was. It had a crazy first year, especially considering that they had probably the highest quality games of the year, but they were very lacking in quantity, and now they're really making it up in quantity.
Well, also it outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales in the first year.
Yeah.
Which, man, you know, it really hurts for fans of the Wii U, which I am one personally. But to see, you know, them take games from the Wii U, like Hyrule Warriors comes out this month as well. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze came out 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're porting all these awesome, solid games.
Amazing.
Yeah, all these awesome, solid games that were on the Wii U. Millions more people are going to be able to play it now that didn't have the Wii U.
Yeah,
and they're
Hyrule Warriors was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hyrule Warriors was on the Wii U. So Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition that's coming out on the Switch is all the content from the Wii U version and the 3DS version. So it's going to be pretty lit. Of course, Smash is coming. Smash and Pokemon are coming in the same year. Those are both coming in year two, which, I mean, come on.
so one more long-term prediction before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
When that Pokemon game comes out, I'm calling it new Switch Pikachu Edition, just like they did with the Game Boy. We're gonna see a Pikachu Edition Switch.
Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. But we, of course, they're gonna have freaking yellow Joy-Cons.
At least.
Yeah. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, viewers, we love Nintendo.
Yeah.
But that being said,
I mean, I love a ton of other companies too. It's just Nintendo
rocks.
Their success lately cannot be understated.
Well, not even that their success is that their failure, utter commercial failure with the Wii U, and the bounce back from.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a necessary stepping stone to get where we are right now.
It's hard not to talk about it. To talk about them as a company.
Well, to talk about the story of the Switch, you have to mention the Wii U because, like I said, it was a necessary stepping stone to get where they were. If there was not Wii U, there would be no Switch. That's, you know, just think about it logically. It's so blatantly obvious that the Wii U is what they wanted, or the Switch is what they wanted the Wii U to be.
It was the episode 2 that they had to flop through to get to episode 3.
That ain't the most accurate.
No,
I say it's the episode 1 and 2. It's the episode 1 and 2. In my opinion, episode 3 is the only watchable one out of all of them. But
even then, like it was mostly just towards the ending that it really got.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes is pretty baller. But guys, that was our predictions for E3 2018. We're planning to do a podcast a lot more frequently. Maybe not a lot more frequently. Yeah, maybe once a month at best.
I don't know.
But we are definitely going to have. We're definitely going to have a after E3 podcast discussing, you know, whether we were right, what we were surprised about, what we liked,
and just
didn't
freaking out about shit.
Of course, we're going to be freaking out about Banjo being in Smash.
I mean, it's coming. It's
going to happen.
Just like
right?
George Washington,
it's going to happen.
It's coming.
Yep. I think you meant the British. Bye.
Bye.
I need to shave my eyebrows off.